Hey everyone, and welcome back to another week's episode. Today we are installing our new bash plate kit. So as you guys can see, this is a very vulnerable spot. So for anyone out there doing a lot of hardcore off-roading with your Pajero, then I would recommend this kit for you. So just to let you know, this is for Mitsubishi Pajeros. I'm gonna confirm whether it's suitable for the Gen 3, but I'm pretty sure it is. But today we're gonna be installing it on our Gen 4 Pajero. But yeah, I'll show you guys exactly how to install it. It's a nice and heavy duty kit as well. I can't imagine anything worse than going out on your holiday, you have your family in your car, you're doing off-roading, and then you hit your air compressor and there's no more AC for the kids in the back. And you, my friend, are going to have to pay an expensive price to get the air compressor sorted. So that's why I would recommend getting this kit if you're going to be off-roading in your Pajero. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it and I'll show you how to install it. So just letting you know, of course, not every single Pajero came with a air compressor at the back here. So this is mainly just for the rear air compressor. It's not for the main unit, it's only for the rear one. So the easiest way to look is to either look inside, see if there's a AC at the back, or you can just look under here and see if you have an air compressor. But anyway, there's two ways to go about this, all right? So first up is you can literally just lie under there and try and bolt up this bash plate kit. However, it's gonna be really tight and I probably would recommend not to go that way. To save time, most likely, is just to take this rear quarter panel off and then bolt the kit on and put the panel back. That way it will be a much less frustrating job to do because you don't have to work in tight spaces. So anyway, let's start this process. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do, guys, we'll start here on this side. So essentially you have all these bolts here that we need to undo, and then also there's plastic pins on the side to get this panel off. So we'll start here and then we'll make our way around to the quarter panel. Grab a number 12 socket and let's start undoing them. So once you've done the top, guys, now we can do the bottom. So there's just these bolts over here. So they are 10 mil. So just do them on this side and then we can take it off. And by the way, here's our new hitch bracket in testing. So far it's going good. Our plugs used to be over here on the factory bracket of the tow bar. This is a Heyman Reese tow bar, by the way. So yeah, now we have the steel bracket here, stainless steel, with the plugs on top. So it's actually protected off-road and yeah, won't break, which is good. All right, so that's in testing and we'll bring them out soon. But yeah, anyway, let's get rid of all these bolts underneath. All right, cool. So that's now completely loose. So it was just the 4 bolts at the bottom. And then you can also take this bottom section rubber off just to get it out of the way. And now it should just pop straight off. So, oh, there we go. Nice and easy. All done. Okay, now we can start taking the quarter panel off. So just got to undo this plastic clip here and then we'll go around. Okay, now we have to do the tail light. So it's just that screw there and this one here. So you just have to wiggle the tail light a bit and then it will pop off, and then have the door closed and then you can take it off. All right, and then there will just be a plug. Just unplug it and get it out of the way, and then there's the other bolts, as you can see, that we need access to get this panel off. Okay, now we just undo these two. Now I'm not sure if they were this style from factory, but whatever you have here in terms of bolts, just undo them. All right, so next up, let's move around to this side here. So you'll see there's a bolt here and then another one here. So let's do undo those two, and then there's also another one over here. So I believe it's only these 3 and then we can get the panel off. If not, we just continue to take the other bolts off down the bottom here, but from memory last time it was only these 3. But let's see. And there's also another sneaky one right here. So just to give you a better picture, just over there. Okay, so now what you want to do is unclip this fender on this side where the quarter panel is. So as you can see here, just go at the back, give it a slight nudge. There we go, pops out. Next one pops out, and third one pops out. Okay, and that will be enough just to get this panel off. But if you really want, you can just take the whole fender off. There we go, so it just pops up or pops off on the top there. All right, now just keep this fender out the way. All right, let's have a look. There we go, it's off. Right, something is still holding on. So let's have a look, see what it is. Oh, there we go. Just needs a good shuffle. Perfect. And that's how you take off the quarter panel, nice and easy, and then you have access to the bottom of the air compressor. Cool, and then lastly, just undo your tail light clip from this one here. So that there. The reason for this is because my auto electrician tapped into the wiring to activate, can't remember what, but it's there. And then yeah, it's essentially just a plastic clip underneath this panel, so you can just grab some pliers and clip it, and there we go. Now you can take this panel away, and I'd like to show you as well. I've been pretty lucky because as you can see, I've had a hit here on the corner, but yeah, luckily I did not hit the air compressor. So the bash plate sample is still on the car, so what I'm going to do is just take it off, but that's essentially what it looks like. I'm just going to take that off, and then I'll show you how to bolt it on. Righto, so here's the air compressor, guys. As you can see, it's this big white thing over here, and it's got a little bash plate that is made out of plastic, so that's definitely not going to help anything at all off-road, and it will just bend straight in and just crack everything apart, and then you'll have to replace it. So as you can see, it's quite a big unit too, just behind the wheel here. So essentially, guys, what we're going to do is take this cover off, and then we're going to install the bash plate. But yeah, for this one, we'll need to undo the bolts on the tow bar itself, so I'm just going to go and grab the big tools for this job. Okay guys, so what I would recommend is get some power tools because the bolts on the tow bar can be a little tight. Okay, so power tools will just make the job very easy. Now that I'm here, guys, I also wanted to say a big thanks to Osco. So quick ad break. Osco sent us this unit out. It's the PowerMax 6000. Now guys, the reason why we said yes to this partnership is because we actually desperately needed this thing. Let me show you why. There's literally just one power plug in this warehouse, just one. All right, so the main computer is literally running off the one plug, and the other plug just went straight to this unit so that we can charge it, and it literally gives us the opportunity to charge just about everything. So we charged up our batteries. I have my laptop charged here every single day. The printer is also permanently onto it, as you can see, perfect spot. And then also if we need to, we run the fan, which is very handy. Now the thing that makes this unit probably the best is because it has a handle. So there's no carrying this thing around because it is quite heavy. It's 46 kilos. Because of the massive battery, it's got a 3600 watt hour battery. So that is huge with a 6000 watt inverter, and it can surge up to 9000 watt, which is great. But yeah, so it's got the handle, guys. So I can literally just take it anywhere in the warehouse, which is great. So if I do need to like take it over here to grind something, I can use the grinder and use it on my car as well, which is great. Now the other thing as well, let me just quickly flip it so I can give you a bit more information if you're interested. All right, so here she is, guys. So as you can see, it's a huge unit. Now this is ideal for people in our situation that need something portable that you can literally just drag around the area to have some power. Now in terms of power guys, so it's got 4 AC sockets there, which is very handy. It's got a DC output section here as well, and a cigarette lighter socket. And then over here, there's like 4 USB-A ports, which is fast charging as well. And then the 2 USB-C ports at the top here as well. Very nice and easy to turn it on. You literally just bang it on like that, boom. And it's on. It's also got a Bluetooth function, so if you do want to change some settings or turn it on and off on your phone, you can do that as well. And it's got a very handy display here too, so if we do turn on the printer, let's go this one here, you'll hear the inverter kick in, there you go, and there's the printer turning on, which is cool. And I guess if you have one at home, you can also use this flashlight. So if you hold it in, there you go, you've got a super bright flashlight, which is cool. Oh my days, all right, that just nearly blinded me. But yeah, I guess if you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have any lights, this is very handy to use at home to actually have light. But yeah, there you go guys. So we've got about 14 hours remaining with the printer on, 33% battery, and then yeah, it's just got your Bluetooth function, Wi-Fi, and also your watts. How many watts you're using, outputs and inputs, all that sort of jazz. But to give you an idea guys, we have been in this warehouse for like 3 weeks now, and we've only had to recharge this once, which is very good in my opinion, because we have it plugged in all day, every day, which is great in terms of like my computer and also the printer. So there you go. That's pretty cool. Just thought I'd show you guys around. So thanks again, Oscar. You guys are literally lifesavers. But yeah, it's super handy to have something portable because we are sort of settling in at the moment. So we don't really know where we want power plugs. So we don't really want to spend the extra money and get one there, for example, but then later this just becomes storage and there was money wasted. And at the back here is where you can charge it all guys, and you can also switch it from slow charging to fast charging, which is cool. And at the moment we have it plugged into the AC over here to charge, but you can also use all your solar or you can also use your cigarette port to charge it via your car. So yeah, that makes it very good in charging this unit. All right, so there's the old kit that's now off the car. Now let me show you what your new kit will look like. All right, so it comes in a box, nicely packaged. So everything is bubble wrapped. Here's your brackets and your bolts. And then lastly, your big plate. All right, so it is made out of 3mm steel and it's powder coated. All right, so there you go. Looks nice and fresh. Okay, and there's the whole kit. So you're gonna use this bracket, this one, and this one here. So you can see it's a solid bracket. It's properly welded and made. So that's what you want. It's probably excessive for the air compressor, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, anyway guys, let me show you how to install it and go from there. All right, so firstly, we gotta unbolt this plastic cover. So there's basically 4 screws, 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So just take a screwdriver, get that off. And now we can move to the next step, which is unbolting these 2. So that's where the power tool comes in, or a breaker bar, because they can be tight, but yeah, it should be all good. Those 2 are a 17, so let's get that loose. All right, so now you just want to reuse those 2 bolts. Now you're going to bolt this bracket onto it, okay? So this is how it goes. So the circle is on the right with these 2 points on top. So there you go. So that's going to go straight on. Like that there, okay? And then just use the 2 bolts again and bolt it up. All right, there we go. Bracket 1 is on, and as you can see, it is freaking solid. So that's good. Now we're gonna bolt on the second bracket, and that's just gonna go on this side. Now you can see this bolt here at the top, that one there. I can't actually remember if it was there. I don't think it was, and that's why there's 2 bolts in the kit. There we go, so that one there. All right, so there's just supposed to be a hole over there, and that's where we're going to use our new bolts. Next up is this bracket right here. Okay, now you'll see there's an edge. All right, so make sure the edge is facing the back, and this is going to be the top and the bottom. Okay, so it's not going to be like this. All right, so when you look on the chassis, you'll see right over there is a nut cert. All right, so that one right there, that's where the bracket is going to be bolted onto. All right, so let me just zoom out, then you'll sort of see where I'm going. All right, so just look on your chassis, there's a hole here, all right, and then right here at the back of it is the nut cert. That's where this bracket will be bolted onto. All right, so it's just literally gonna slide in there and bolts on like that. So this is the bolt kit right here. Okay, so you'll notice there's some big ones like this, all right, and then there's two small ones. All right, so for the top bracket on this one will be a small one. Okay, so just take one of these, that's a spring washer and a washer, and this bolt will go straight into the chassis from underneath the bracket, obviously, to bolt it on. Okay, so just to give you a better view, this is the back of the chassis, just follow it along, and then right there is where the bolt goes in. So you just want to make sure it's nice and tight, and also bring it far back. Alright, so not like this, just bring it far back. You want to make sure it goes far left, just so it won't interfere with your quarter panel. So like that there. Alright, so once this bracket is on, guys, you basically just want to swivel it. So turn it this way, and then it's sort of going to press against these lines here, but that's why that fold is there. Alright, so it has a flat surface to basically press against it, and once it's like that, you can now tighten up the bolt. Okay, so now that it's like this, so one hole here and the other three here, you can put your bolts through and then bolt up the plate. So line up the holes. So easiest way, 3 holes on this side, 2 on this side. So do those 2 brackets first, and then we'll do the last bracket on this side. Let's try this out. There you go. So I'll literally just grab on the middle, and there you go. Yep. Wow, this thing is nice and strong. So that's very good. And we've also made sure to include wider washers as well. The sample we used to have had smaller washers, but now these ones are bigger, so they grab onto the plates better. So yeah, that is very good. And now it's time to put on this bracket over here, and then we're done. Alrighty, so as you can see, what you want to do, guys, is put your bolts through from this side. Doesn't really matter too much what way it goes through, but I would probably recommend this way. It looks the cleanest. So the bolts, then the washers, and then on the other side, the washer with the lock nut. So just put those 3 in. And then also on this side, hopefully you can see it, it's that one at the back there, over there. All right, hopefully you can see it, eh? But yeah, just put those in and then just loosely tighten it so you can still move it around, because we still need to put this bracket on here. Last but not least is this bracket right here. So essentially you want to make it like this. So that hole is going to line up with that one at the bottom. And then at the top, it just needs to be against the frame there. Okay, so it's just going to sit like that there. Okay, and there we go, guys. So all the bolts are now tightened up. Same with this one over here, and then also the one on the other bracket as well. Now, essentially, guys, what you got to do, see how there's a little hole here. Okay, so there's a little hole right here, which basically means that if you want to secure this bracket to the frame, you need to drill a small hole. So you can start with like an M3 or a M4, then an M6, and then an M8, and then you can put the bolt through the M8 bolt with the washer, and then a washer and a nut on the other side as well. and then it's secured. So it won't affect the chassis at all by any means. It's literally just making a small M8 hole, and then you have all your brackets secured. Now I've actually forgot to bring my drill, but luckily after we put everything on, I should still be able to take this cover off and then have access to that. So then I would drill a hole and secure the bolt to it to show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, for now guys, that's basically what it is. So it's all bolted on nicely, and as you can see, there's still a hole there to drain as well. So that is important, so the water can actually escape. But apart from that, it's looking good, and it's nice and protected as well, which is great. So there you can see, that's what it looks like, and it's protected all the way. So yeah, if you're going to be hitting that, you're definitely not going to break your compressor. So happy days. And as expected guys, so on the Gen 3 Pajeros, the chassis is the same, so I thought it will fit as well, and it will. So it still lines up with those two bolts, that bracket there, and then all the way down to the back there. You can see it does have the other hole as well for the second bracket to be bolted into. So yeah, everything will be the same for the Gen 3 as well, so happy days. But yeah, obviously this one doesn't have an air compressor, but some Gen 3 models did get them, so there you go. Now guys, do let me know, for the models without the rear air compressor, this is a good opportunity to actually modify and make another bracket so it holds an air compressor. So there's enough room here to mount an air compressor to, so it would be cool to have a bash plate here, and it would be like a hidden air compressor or other accessories that you want to bolt onto the plate. So it will require some slight adjustment, but definitely possible. So let me know in the comments if we should do that, and we'll make it happen. Cheersy guys, so as you can see, we are all done. So the only other thing we had to do is drill a small M8 hole over here. So we started with an M4, then an M6, then an M8, and then you can make sure the bracket is nice and tight. And once that one is on, all three brackets will be super sturdy, and yeah, you can literally take that thing off-road. Let me know if we should make a plate as well to accommodate actual air compressors for your tires and all that sort of stuff. What we can do is make a plate with holes so you can actually bolt any accessories onto it. So it doesn't have to be an air compressor, but it can be other accessories that can be outside the car as well and still protected off-road. So yeah, let me know about that. But yeah, anyway guys, they are available on the website right now, so you can go and grab it. And yeah, if you have any other questions, make sure to let me know. But yeah, I reckon it's good to go, and now you can actually go off-road and have peace of mind that you won't bust your air conditioning. Happy days. Thanks so much guys, and like I said, if you want more information on the Osco as well, I'll put everything in the description so you guys can check it out. But yeah, for now, have a good one guys, and thanks for your support. See you later. Bye.